Welcome to Farming Aid.
When it comes to ranching, not all livestock breeds are created equal. Some animals don't just survive on the land, they completely transform the bottom line. Around the world, a handful of breeds are rewriting the playbook for profitability, standing out because of their adaptability, efficiency, and the premium products they deliver. From luxury beef that sells for record prices to hardy animals that thrive where others struggle, these breeds are turning ordinary ranches into thriving businesses. In this video, we're diving into the top 5 livestock breeds that are skyrocketing profits for ranchers right now, and why they've become the smartest investments in modern agriculture. One of the most fascinating livestock is the Wagyu cattle breed, a name that has become synonymous with premium beef across the globe. Wagyu are not just cattle, they are a luxury brand in themselves. Their meat is world famous for its intense marbling, buttery texture, and unmatched flavor. For ranchers, the economics of Wagyu are astonishing compared to traditional beef cattle. While a conventional steer might bring in a respectable price, Wagyu beef can sell for 3, 5, or even 10 times more, depending on grading and market demand. Restaurants, especially high-end steakhouses, are willing to pay extraordinary premiums for true Wagyu beef because it's seen as an exclusive dining experience. Beyond the headline prices, Wagyu cattle also bring consistency. The genetics of this breed are carefully documented, which allows breeders to guarantee quality in ways that mass-market cattle often cannot. For a rancher investing in this breed, it isn't just about selling beef, it's about selling a story of craftsmanship, heritage, and indulgence. That's what makes Wagyu such a powerful driver of profitability. But Wagyu's profitability is not only about the meat itself. The breed has created a ripple effect in branding opportunities. Ranchers who raise Wagyu are often able to develop farm-to-table businesses, offering specialty subscription boxes or working with niche butcher shops that cater to customers searching for rare quality. This cuts out the middleman and allows direct-to-consumer sales at premium prices. On the global stage, exports of Wagyu beef to markets like the United States, Europe, and the Middle East are booming, with demand far outstripping supply. What this means for forward-thinking ranchers is clear: Wagyu doesn't just elevate profits, it positions a ranch as part of an elite category of beef production. In the livestock world, very few breeds come close to creating that kind of high-margin identity. Shifting gears from luxury beef to adaptability and climate resilience, the Brahman cattle breed is another star that's skyrocketing profits for ranchers, particularly in hot and humid environments. Brahman cattle are descended from Zebu cattle of India and are perfectly adapted to thrive where other breeds struggle. They tolerate heat, resist insects and diseases, and can maintain productivity even on forage that would leave other cattle struggling. This resilience means lower costs on veterinary care, lower feed expenses, and higher survival rates. In an era when climate extremes are becoming the norm rather than the exception, Brahman cattle are not just surviving, they're thriving. What makes Brahman so financially attractive is the role they play in crossbreeding programs. Ranchers often cross Brahman with other breeds like Angus or Hereford to create hybrids such as Brangus and Braford, which combine the toughness of Brahman with the meat quality of European breeds. These crosses deliver cattle that are hardy, fertile, and still produce beef that consumers enjoy. By using Brahman genetics, ranchers create herds that are less risky and more efficient, which translates directly into better profit margins. In regions like Texas, Brazil, and Australia, Brahman and their hybrids dominate because they simply outperform under harsh ranching conditions. The economics are simple: when you spend less money keeping cattle alive and healthy while still producing beef that sells at competitive prices, your operation becomes far more profitable. For this reason, Brahman cattle have become an indispensable profit engine for modern ranches dealing with tough climates. While cattle often steal the spotlight, profitability in ranching isn't limited to beef or dairy herds. Sheep have long been underrated as a driver of income, but breeds like the Dorper sheep are proving that small ruminants can be big money makers. Developed in South Africa by crossing Dorset Horn and Blackhead Persian sheep, Dorpers are renowned for their rapid growth rates, ability to thrive in arid conditions, and exceptional meat quality. They don't produce wool that requires costly shearing, which eliminates an entire layer of labor and expense. Instead, their value lies almost entirely in meat production, and the demand for Dorper lamb is skyrocketing globally. For ranchers, Dorper sheep represent efficiency. They breed prolifically, often lambing more than once per year, and their lambs reach market weight quickly. This means a faster turnover and more frequent paydays compared to cattle, which can take much longer to finish. Dorper meat is lean, tender, and highly sought after in both domestic and export markets. Restaurants and ethnic communities in the United States, Middle East, and Asia pay strong prices for high-quality lamb, and Dorper producers are riding this wave of demand. Beyond the economics of meat sales, Dorpers are also excellent for land management. They graze effectively on rough pastures, helping ranchers control weeds and improve soil health, all while producing a marketable product. This dual role makes them not only a profitable breed but also a sustainable choice for integrated ranching operations. The dairy sector has its own superstar, the Holstein cow. For decades, Holsteins have dominated global dairy production, and for good reason. They are unmatched in milk output, with some individuals producing more than 20,000 pounds of milk per year. This sheer volume gives dairy farmers the ability to scale their operations and meet the insatiable global demand for dairy products like milk, cheese, butter, and yogurt. Holsteins are the backbone of the dairy industry, and their profitability comes from both efficiency and market demand. A well-managed Holstein herd generates consistent, predictable cash flow. Unlike beef operations that may rely on periodic sales of finished animals, dairies earn income almost daily through milk sales. This steady revenue stream makes Holsteins incredibly valuable for ranchers who want stability as well as scale. Advances in genetics and breeding programs have only increased the efficiency of Holsteins, with modern cows not only producing more milk but also living longer and maintaining better fertility than ever before. Furthermore, the rise of value-added dairy products, such as organic milk or artisan cheeses, allows Holstein producers to capture niche markets with even higher profit margins. In a world where dairy consumption is expanding rapidly, especially in emerging economies, Holsteins remain a cornerstone of ranch profitability. Another breed worth highlighting in this profitability surge is the Boer goat, often referred to as the king of meat goats. Originating in South Africa, Boer goats are prized for their rapid growth, excellent carcass qualities, and adaptability. The global demand for goat meat is climbing fast, driven by cultural preferences in markets across Africa, Asia, and the Middle East, as well as among immigrant communities in the United States and Europe. Goat meat is lean, flavorful, and often considered healthier than beef or pork, which is helping it gain traction even in mainstream markets. Boer goats are a perfect fit for ranchers looking to diversify their income. They require less land than cattle, reproduce quickly, and can be raised in areas where other livestock might not be efficient. With kidding rates that often exceed twins per doe per year, Boer goat herds expand rapidly and generate a steady flow of animals for sale. Their meat fetches premium prices in many markets, and the demand consistently outpaces supply. On top of that, goats are excellent browsers, capable of clearing brush and invasive plants that cattle won't touch. This makes them valuable not just as meat producers but also as tools for land management. The combination of fast reproduction, high market prices, and environmental benefits makes Boer goats a standout breed for ranchers aiming to maximize profitability. When you put all of these breeds together, Wagyu cattle, Brahman cattle, Dorper sheep, Holstein cows, and Boer goats, it becomes clear that profitability in ranching is no longer about sticking with tradition. It's about choosing animals that align with consumer demand, environmental realities, and the rancher's own operational goals. Wagyu dominates luxury beef markets, Brahman ensures resilience and efficiency in tough climates, Dorper sheep create rapid turnover in meat production, Holsteins provide daily revenue through unmatched milk yields, and Boer goats open doors to booming global markets for goat meat. Each breed brings its own path to higher profits, and together they represent the new frontier of ranching success. Ranchers who embrace these breeds are finding that their operations are not just surviving, they're thriving in ways that would have been unthinkable just a generation ago. As the agricultural landscape continues to evolve, those who adapt by integrating breeds that deliver both performance and profitability are the ones who will stay ahead of the curve. These animals are more than just livestock, they are the engines driving modern ranch prosperity, and their influence is only going to grow in the years to come. As you can see, the future of ranching isn't just about tradition, it's about strategy. The breeds we've explored today are proving that with the right genetics, adaptability, and market demand, livestock can turn into serious profit engines. Whether it's luxury beef, hardy cattle that thrive in harsh climates, or small stock that reproduce fast and sell for premium prices, these animals are reshaping what success looks like on a ranch. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to keep exploring the smartest choices in modern livestock, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below sharing which breed you think has the most potential for your operation. Your feedback helps shape future videos, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.